It's action from all 5 of those Barclays Premier League matches that's on the way. For sure, there's hardly a dull moment in the top flight of English football these days. And on duty here in the Match of the Day studio, it's Alan Shearer and Mark Lawrenson. First up, well, it's been Newcastle disunited of late. Club owner Mike Ashley searching for a buyer. The club supporters desperate for him to sell up and leave. The team travelled to West Ham hoping to steady the ship and avoid a 3rd successive defeat. Jonathan Pearce is the commentator.
Franco Zola becomes West Ham's 12th permanent manager ever. Newcastle are seeking a 12th in the last 20 years. Zola isn't the first Hammers boss to have played for deadly rivals Chelsea. Ron Greenwood was at Stamford Bridge for 3 years before becoming the greatest manager in West Ham history. Upton Park will settle for half of his success. The influence of Steve Clarke on West Ham tactics is immediate as they change to a Chelsea-style front 3. With Ashton injured, Carlton Cole leads the line. Italian international new boy Di Michele makes his full debut, and Etherington is restored to the starting lineup. Davenport is dropped to the bench, Neil moves inside, and Faubert will team up with Behrami on the right. Chris Hughton, once a West Ham player, is again in charge of Newcastle. He's missing 10 players injured or banned, but Duff is back after a knee problem, and Kashapa is fit to start for the first time in 7 months. Despite the problems off the field, Chris Hughton has told his players they have a job to do on it, picking up points. Jeremy. Up towards Shishko. Jeremy dispossessed by Neil. Ilunga has it, and that's a fine pass forward. And Di Michele has a chance here on his debut. Cole is at the back post. Saved at the near by Given. And the former Italian international was indecisive. Lovely ball played forward to him by Harita Ilunga. He had a look, then another, wanted movement, and went for the impossible pass. Well, we can see there what sort of manager he's going to be. Animated. Duff is there. Carlton Cole looks for Etherington, looks for Di Michele. And his shot was deflected and it's in! He was hesitant a moment ago, but this time Di Michele had one thought in mind, a direct run at goal, and on his full West Ham debut, with the help of a hefty deflection, he gets his first West Ham goal. It's West Ham's 600th Premier League goal, and it's the first under the reign of Franco Zola. Mistake by Colaccini, could have released, and the shot looped up over Shay Given. From the moment it flicked up, may have even been a double deflection, Given stood no chance, and the little man with the highest jump at Upton Park this afternoon. On by Shishko, Owens offside, it was a late flag, wide anyway. Looks at Mike Cairns, the assistant referee, did he get it right? There's the touch, ooh, he looks level to me. Dragged it anyway. I wonder if Fabio Capello's brought the England physio Gary Liu in here to judge Michael Owen's fitness levels. Here's Cole. Battling against Butt. Carlton Cole made his Chelsea debut alongside Franco Zola in April 2002 against Everton. Scored 7 of his 8 Chelsea goals playing alongside Zola. And in 15 matches together, they shared 10 goals. Damien Duff. Up goes Xisco. He got a touch onto it. Jeremy. Owen is on the edge of the 6-yard area, and that's a dangerous cross headed away by Neil. Newcastle's best moment. And Zogbia, Duff, steady pressure by the visitors. Did that hit a hand? Duff thought it was a clear penalty. It was Scott Parker who slid in for West Ham. And away goes Carlton Cole on the break. Chased by Colaccini. Taylor dovetailed neatly. Good defending. Did Damien Duff have a genuine claim here now? In goes Parker, zipped up off the boot as he was sliding in. The arm was down by the side. I don't think that was a penalty. Poor cross. Jeremy was nearly there, but it drops to Etherington, and the pressure is still on Newcastle United. Ilunga, Di Michele, oh, lovely shimmy, he's still going, to Carlton Cole at the far stick. West Ham fans appreciative of that sort of skill. That's a fine pass. Michael Owen has left it for Jeremy. Xisco is in the middle, getting across his man. Newcastle's best chance so far. Lovely crossfield pass. Jeremy saw the run of Xisco. And West Ham lucky to get it away in the end. Berami to Cole, central pivot for West Ham. No ball, good ball forward to Di Michele for two, and it hit the goalkeeper's head as he went for the chip, but he's still in there. Oh, beautifully done. Oh, how about that? Well, one of the wanderers of Italian football, David Di Michele, seems to have found a new home that he likes under his compatriot Franco Zola. Unlucky at first, then, oh, look at that. It comes off Gibbons' head. Di Michele gets it again. Taylor comes in and closes. Lovely bit of skill. But look at that. Colaccini turns his back as Di Michele shoots past him, and it's 2-0. Etherington. And Faubert. Didn't really get forward as much as West Ham would have wanted in the first half, but he found Carlton Cole there. This is a very interesting role for Faubert in the right-back position for the first time for West Ham United. There's 2 goals this season. Carlton Cole hasn't scored as many as he should have during his career. No ball to Di Michele. Blocked by Colaccini's chest. Play on. Now Butt. Michael Owen. And Lucas Neal's lunge gives Newcastle a free kick, and he'll certainly get a card. He was late. Colaccini is there. Taylor and Xisco. Taylor making the run, got his head to it, and straight at goalkeeper Green from Michael Owen. He had to react very quickly, Owen. 3 Newcastle players bearing down on goal, but really from there he should have scored. And he will feel he should have buried that in Newcastle's first attempt on target in the game. Oh, lovely pass by Cole. Di Michele on a hat-trick to Etherington. It's 3-0. He saw Newcastle miss a golden opportunity at the other end. And from what I think was a miscued shot, he's seen Matthew Etherington put West Ham 3 up. I think he was going for goal looking at it from that angle. Parker. Run by Parker. Ilunga pulled it back. It's Di Michele on a hat-trick. Oh, he squandered the chance. Parker's determination took him there. Ilunga picked out Di Michele. He had time. He'd have finished it. Kashapa. Again, Newcastle enjoying possession, but where are they going to go from this point on? Final ball in is so crucial. Kashapa. Looking for Owen, sidesteps Neal, beautiful goal. Lovely goal by Michael Owen. Again, West Ham have failed to keep a clean sheet. Finally, a quality final ball, and Michael Owen's shuffle to the right through Neal off balance. That was absolutely crucial. A little dummy, dropped his shoulder and bent it beautifully past the goalkeeper. Lovely goal, Michael Owen, in front of Fabio Capello. Jeremy looking for Owen again, off Lucas Neal. It's a corner for Newcastle United, and even the most die-hard West Ham fan would not be comfortable at this stage, even at 3-1 up. And Zogbia with the corner for Newcastle United. This would make it very interesting. In goes Taylor, up from Upson. Duff. Colaccini on. Headed down by Taylor and blocked by Fober, and Newcastle wanted a penalty. Kashapa's shot nearly gives them a second goal. We've seen West Ham United give away precious leads time after time before, Robert Green. But and Zogbia in towards Xisco, great chance, Duff! Saved by Green. Another good opportunity for Newcastle, and they've had 3 good chances in the second half and only scored from one of them. Oh, Bassong was ball watching and he allowed Di Michele to get back at him. Now Behrami. Noble. He was caught late, play on, because Boamorte has it. Real chance here for West Ham United. Boamorte. Horrible finish. He had options as well to his right-hand side, but went for the shot. Went to spin it with the outside of the left boot. And Zogbia. Gonzalez. Oh, gave it away. Sears. Movement to his left. Here's Boamorte, all alone. Surely this time he'll wrap up a handsome victory. Boamorte! Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. How many chances do they want? Opposing football fans will see the humour of this. Boamorte won't. He should have scored. Well done, first home game and a victory. How do you feel?
Now I feel well. I'm very happy for the performance, for the result, and for also the performance they put. I'm a little bit drained, to be honest. It's very tiring, but I must say the way the team has played has been a great compensation.
He's bringing the continental style over to West Ham, which is a bit of a culture shock for some of the boys. So hopefully all the boys are going to adapt really quick. And as you see today, we're playing good attacking football, and that's what he wants to implement in our style of play now.
I think the situation is no different now to what it was, a week and a half ago. A manager will come in at some stage, and it will be best for all when that happens. But that's not the situation at the moment. We can only do our best until then, and I can't fault the application of the players, and they've been very good. They're aware of what the situation is, and as I say, I can't fault them that way.
The situation isn't getting any better for your club at the moment, but let's talk about West Ham. Credit's where it's due. Zola and Clark, that could be a good management duo for West Ham United.
Delighted to see Zola back in the Premier League. I think he's just a gentleman. He loves the game of football and the way it should be played. His team got him off to a great start today. They played some typically good football. Newcastle had a lot of the ball in the first half, done nothing with it. But I have to say, Newcastle defensively were so poor, and I mean, in the first half they just couldn't get to grips with Carlton Cole and Di Michele in the hole, and it happened time and time again. Circled Carlton Cole here, no one within 5 or 10 yards of him. Ball's into him, gets it, turns, plays it into Di Michele. Poor tackle by Colaccini. Taylor should be backing up, he isn't, and when it's not with you, when it's going against you, you get little deflections like that. They don't really have to work that hard for it. Yes, it's good play, but someone should be there blocking that ball, I'm afraid. Again, they didn't take the warning. There's Di Michele. We've got him, the line follow him. Little one touch there. No one with him. Is there anyone coming with him again? No. Tell you what, I'll turn. That was the warning. They didn't take any notice of it. They got away with it that time. But Carlton Cole here. Look, 5 yards. I'll turn. I'll play the ball in. No one's going to follow Di Michele. It's a simple run, simple ball through. Good save off Shea Given. But watch this for defending from Taylor. Dives in. Colaccini turns his back, a central defender. But I'm going to circle the both of them there. Carlton Cole, Stephen Taylor. Di Michele and Zogbia and Colaccini, they can go and get him because he's free. But watch what Taylor does when Carlton goes to the ball. He stands off him. Instead of going tight with him, he stands 10 yards off him, allows him to turn. And Zogbia should be in, covering his centre off. He doesn't. He lets him run, and it's simple football. And Newcastle got punished for that time and time again. And again, Taylor, it annoys me. Colaccini turning his back, because a centre half should never do that. This time Colaccini should push him away from goal. He does let him turn. It's a simple ball down the line. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt there, Di Michele. Is it a cross or a shot? I think it's a cross. But Charles Nzogby has got him there. He's fine, he's in a good position, but just watch his movement. For some reason, he tries to go in front of him and leaves him behind. I mean, Charles Nzogby, to me, is a very good player, but I think he's a person who doesn't want to play left-back. And this is 75 minutes. They actually get tight. For the first time in the game, 75 minutes, all right, he gets a yellow card, but they don't score from it. And it took them 75 minutes to get tight. And for a centre-forward, if you're going to have that much time, you're living in dreamland.
Way too late. Now, are you angry, mad, frustrated? What are your observations about what's happening at your football club?
Have you got any more words you can describe it? Because there's a few more.
And what's the way forward? But I would imagine you're angry, aren't you?
I think everyone is. I think that they want a solution. And I think the longer it lingers on, Mike Ashley has made his intentions clear now. He wants to sell the football club. And he wants to sell it, I'm sure, because he's a businessman for a profit. Whether he will or not, we're not quite sure. But the longer it goes on, the longer it is, it's going to affect the players, it's going to affect the fans, the staff and everything. And it's going to damage the football club, I think. Is
it a good idea? Mike Ashley's looking for a buyer now. Dennis Wise and Tony Jimenez, that's not going to be accepted on Tyneside now. Why not take them out the firing line, get Kevin Keegan back in to try and salvage the situation, and then try and find a buyer? Because he's got to get out of it as soon as he can, hasn't he? Is that a good idea?
It looks that way, as if Kevin had asked for that in his final meeting. Obviously, that's not going to happen now. It looks as if he's going to sell the club, and hopefully sooner rather than later, because everyone needs to move on.
But good idea to do something, to get an interim manager in, to change something round, to do something, because otherwise it seems like it's going to be flatter and flatter and flatter.
I think something has to happen rather quickly, because, as I said, if they leave it, they'll find that there'll be a drift at the bottom of the league, and it might be too late.
Well, the other problem is, if he wants to sell it, Mike Ashley, absolutely fine. He's going to end up being a fire sale, because from day to day it just lurches into disaster virtually. Another game midweek, if they lose that, it's not going to be worth anything.
So, let's move on. Arsenal had looked good in their Premier League wins over Newcastle and Blackburn. Steve Wilson was on the commentary gantry for their away game at Bolton.
Bolton's Congo-born England under-21 international Fabrice Muamba plays against his former club today, with Bolton so often having been a thorn in Arsenal's side. A return to their traditional shape after defeat at Fulham sees Poland's Ebi Smolarek make his Bolton debut. Gavin McCann is left out, and Johan Elmander missing again with a hamstring injury. Arsenal won 4-0 15 miles up the road at Blackburn 7 days ago, but they've been to Kiev since then, and Theo Walcott and Robin van Persie are both judged to need a rest. They're substitutes today. Bentner and Eboué on the left come in. Song. Smolarek involved. Song got a foot in. Danielson caught in possession by the eager Muamba, and Nolan goes for goal, and it's a really good effort. Well, Bolton's captain very nearly caught Almunia out there. It's Danielson who lost the ball, again robbed by Muamba, and Nolan didn't need a second invitation to go for goal. Almunia was struggling a bit. Prowling his technical area, Arsene Wenger. Davis won the header. Oh, Nolan was close to getting the second ball. Almunia has come, and it is a corner. And the referee, Steve Bennett, saw nothing wrong with that. Joey O'Brien will take the Bolton corner. Oh, free header! Simple goal, Kevin Davies for Bolton. You can't give Kevin Davies a free header 8 yards out. And are Arsenal going to come unstuck at Bolton Wanderers again? Such a simple goal. Kolo Touré didn't seem to get off the ground at all. And Clichy on the line, wasn't on the post. Not a happy-looking Arsenal side at the moment. Out by Clichy. Adebayor to Bendtner. Adebayor wants the return. Bendtner plays it beautifully to Adebayor. Great pass by Bendtner, and Adebayor can only hit the post. Should have added to the goals he scored at Blackburn last week. Song. Fabregas. Oh, good turn to Nielsen. Good persistence too from Dan Shittu. Bit of room here for Alex Song. Clever ball, Fabregas, Bendtner. Blocked by Shittu, it's another corner. Well, there's a lot of Dan Shittu, and he got it all behind the shot. And the header from Song off the post. Corner quickly taken, and for the second time in the space of a couple of minutes, Arsenal hit the woodwork. First Adebayor, now Alex Song. Nielsen to Fabregas, who's orchestrating. Cesc Fabregas. Nicklas Bendtner. Adebayor's turn, Eboué's goal! Had to happen, just had to happen. Emmanuel Eboué with the equaliser for Arsenal, who had spent most of the last 5 minutes inside the Bolton penalty area. Eventually, this was the way through. This pass from Bendtner intended for Adebayor. Eboué is very, very close. Ebis Smolarek, Davis, Fabregas to Nielsen. Song, Eboué, Bendtner wants it. Adebayor, De Nielsen, Bendtner still wants it. There he is, and it's 2-1. Oh, it's an outstanding Arsenal response. And Bolton are bewildered by Arsenal's speed of thought and movement. 2 goals in a little over 60 seconds. Suspicion of offside about the first one. No question about this. Good play by Nicklas Bendtner to get in front of his man. Kolo Touré jumping with Smolarek. Davis involved as you'd expect. Here's Gardner. Might just be something on here for Bolton. Great run by Gardner. Great tackle by Kolo Touré. Smolarek, De Nielsen, Nolan, Joey O'Brien, Nolan, Almunia save. Great run by Ricardo Gardner. What a challenge here. Fantastic defending by Touré. And in the end, a good save from Almunia to deny Nolan. Might still be time for Bolton. Steve Bennett needs to watch this. Arsenal players surrounding Kevin Davis, who does get the yellow card. Well, he's gone in with studs showing. It's not pretty. Song. Bendtner for Song. Alex Song again. Oh, it's a terrific drive and a very good save by Jääskeläinen. Tremendous strike from Alex Song, who's only ever scored once. Here's Nolan. Now Mustafa Riga. Now Kevin Nolan. It's a good ball. Mustafa Riga for Bolton. Went to curl one. It just bobbled and bounced in front of Almunia. It's made it hard for the keeper. Bolton just cranking up the pressure on the Arsenal goal. Look at the pace of Walcott here. Nolan's chasing him, but only really because he thinks he should, not because he thinks he's going to catch him, because no one's going to catch him. And De Nielsen can easily tuck it away. And the Brazilian, who couldn't put a foot right in the first 15 minutes, has put the game beyond Bolton Wanderers with just 3 minutes to play. Ramsey. Oh, lovely ball, Walcott. Walcott Still Walcott. Good save by Jääskeläinen. I enjoyed that. Theo Walcott. Good save again by Jääskeläinen. You started well, you scored the first goal, and then for 10 minutes or something like that, you could hardly get out your own box. They were extraordinary and quite ferocious in that 10 minutes in the way they got at you.
Yeah, we scored a good goal ourselves from the set piece, but as you quite rightly say, their movement and their passing in that period for about 15 minutes after that was a real top draw. They've hit the post twice, and it just looked a matter of time before it came. Our defending was poor for their goal, but as I say, it looked as if it was coming for a few minutes.
I felt today we had everything of a great team, skill. Desire to go forward, refusing to lose the game, united spirit, and great defending when it was needed.
It was a fantastic purple patch you had just after Bolton scored their goal. You scored twice in that period. You might have scored 2 or 3 more.
We had the chances to do it. After, of course, in the second half we suffered a little bit, but I like as well that period where we needed to be resilient and fight for each other. We did it in a convincing way, and in the end we got the third goal. Of course, because Bolton had to go forward.
I've got to ask you if you had any view of the challenge on Gael Clichy, which obviously was, has left him hurt.
Yeah, for me it looked like a two-footed challenge, but then again I can't really see it. It looked like he hit the ball first, but then again I don't think you can go off the ground like that. And I saw Gael's leg, and I don't think it's acceptable.
Bruised shin. What did you make of that challenge? By the way, Arsene Wenger said it's a shin injury, which means the tackle was quite high. It's part of the charm of the game, but kicking someone is not in the rules. Do you agree?
I thought it was a really good, strong tackle.
Nothing wrong with it?
No, I think it's perfectly acceptable. It's a tough tackle, but I think it's perfectly acceptable. He gets a ball, obviously makes contact as well with Clichy, but just watch. I think he got the ball first, and then his momentum takes him through. So I think you want to start banning tackles like this, Stubbs. You want to turn it into a game for Jessies. To be honest with you, it's a proper tackle, a real old-fashioned proper tackle.
I think it's very hard, very committed,
but fair.
But fair.
What do you mean by Jessies,
well,
by the way?
It was a figure of speech.
Well, no, it's just generalise sort of what Jessies are nowadays.
Well, I'm not sure, but you know, it's just one of those things.
Do you disagree with Mr. Wenger then as well? You think absolutely nothing wrong with that? Yeah?
No, I think it was very hard, but I thought it was a fair challenge.
Nicholas
I don't think it was high.
Listen, Nicholas Bentley actually thought it was a poor tackle. Then he said, but I didn't see it.
Yeah, well, it was an ankle injury. It was a shin injury, not an ankle injury. So he must have caught him somewhere, mustn't he? By the way,
just his momentum.
Yeah,
maybe after the ball.
Yeah. Now, Bolton made a big mistake, didn't they? They scored, because after that, it sort of all changed around.
Bolton played well, you know.
I agree.
I think, you know, they will play in a lot of games like that and win a lot of games. As you rightly say, they scored and they made Arsenal angry. That was the worst thing. And all of a sudden, it was like flicking a switch, because Steve Wilson said to Arsene Wenger, purple patch, and it certainly was. Some of the football was outstanding. It was end-to-end. Great interchange here between Adebayor and Bentner. It's really unlucky Adebayor actually comes back off the post. I think it's Song's header against the post as well, then the chance was just before that. And it was just a real outstanding football, poor marking from Bolton, which is unusual for them, so good at set pieces at the other end. But it had to come. The only thing was about this is offside. There's absolutely no doubt about it. 66 centimetres, look. And I think you'll find, Ray, 2.54 centimetres to an inch if you're interested. So that was offside, but they were going to score. This was just brilliant goal. They started a long way back. It was absolutely brilliant. That was Bentner's, that was 2. You know, a lot of teams would have struggled to live with Arsenal.
I think when Arsenal like that, they're terrific to watch, aren't they?
I think the theme is don't score too early against them. Don't get them angry.
Yeah.
But you can tackle them hard if you want.
And don't upset the Jessies. You must never upset the Jessies. Just before we move on, here's a quick reminder of what will be a packed match of the day too. Chelsea versus Manchester United, Hull's game with Everton, Manchester City versus Portsmouth, the Tottenham-Wigan game, and a Midlands derby between West Bromwich Albion and Aston Villa. All will feature Match of the Day 2, BBC 2 at 10 o'clock. And you can follow the progress of all those games as they're played. A score service are run via the red button from 2:30, followed by final score here on BBC One at 20 to 5. Early days, but last week's victory over Manchester United boosted Liverpool's hopes they will mount a challenge for the title. The aim was to build on that win by beating Stoke and establishing a 3-point lead at the top of the table. Simon Brotherton was at Anfield.
Rafa Benitez makes 3 changes as Liverpool revert to a 4-4-2 formation, with Robbie Keane coming in to partner Fernando Torres up front. For Stoke today, Liverpool old boy Salif Diao makes his first start of the season in midfield, which allows Abdoulaye Faye to switch to central defence. Skirtle popping up on the left wing here. Now Torres. Free kick for the foul on Fernando Torres by Ibrahima Sonko. Robbie Keane still looking for his first goal in a Liverpool shirt. Didn't start on Tuesday in Marseille. Gets another opportunity here this afternoon. And Gerrard, who scored the 2 goals in Marseille, now hopes to turn provider here in the early stages of this game. Gerrard takes it. Oh, and it's gone all the way in! Steven Gerrard with his 100th goal for Liverpool. A landmark goal for Gerrard. Oh, it's been disallowed. The goal won't stand as the ball comes in. Now, why has this been disallowed? I'm not sure. I can't see a foul inside the 6-yard box. Gerrard with the free kick, and as the ball came in, a very tight decision, but I think it's been given as offside. Gerrard will have to wait for his 100th goal for Liverpool. The goal is disallowed. Andre Mariner and his assistants chalking off that early strike there for Liverpool. Here comes Dave Kitson now for Stoke City. Well, there's a little shot across the bows for Liverpool. Kitson with an early sighting of goal here with just 5 minutes played. Tony Pulis, who's seeing his side play Merseyside opposition in back-to-back fixtures. They just came up short against Everton last week, 3-2 in the end, holding Liverpool so far. Robbie Keane now, support from Dirk Kuyt. Torres in the centre, Riera making tracks, Keane! Straight at Sorensen, easy save. First clear sighting of goal for the Republic of Ireland international. Well, in his programme notes today, Rafa Benitez quite rightly pointing out that it was a great result against Manchester United, but they really do, for a club with their ambitions, need to follow it up in today's game as well. Liverpool still not creating very much in terms of clear-cut chances for all the possession that they've had. Riera in towards Torres. Here's Dirk Kuyt. Now Gerrard, it's a little bit long. Rather sliced by Liam Lawrence. Kitson coming back. It's fallen kindly for Riera. Might fall nicely for Dirk Kuyt, but that was good defending there by Rory Delap. Got back well, and in the circumstances, happy to concede the corner. We played for the best part of half an hour here. Alonso, good save. Sorensen across to make the block. But didn't Xabi Alonso strike it well? For Albert Riera, who was just caught there by Griffin. I think he's winded as much as anything else. Torres playing on. Looking for Kuyt, only finding the head of Abdoulaye Faye. Gerrard. Just opening the play up a little bit. Arbeloa. Always inside Higginbottom here. Robbie Keane! Oh, good save by Sorensen. That's the closest Robbie Keane's come to his first goal in a red shirt. Alonso. Time for Arbeloa. Needs a good delivery. Here it comes. Torres! Oh, it was a good delivery, and it was very nearly into the bottom corner from Fernando Torres. Liverpool getting closer to a goal. Gerrard. Fernando Torres. Lucky bounce takes it towards Robbie Keane. Keane supported here by Kaut. This looks promising for Liverpool. Kaut into the centre. Torres! Still goalless. And how did that stay out? Stoke City's players throwing absolutely everything in front of the ball. That shot nearly took Leon Court's head off. Well, this isn't in the master plan for winning the Premier League title next May. Again, Alonso allowed to run a little bit, cut out by Sidibe, inadvertently giving the ball back to Liverpool. Dirk Kuyt here, shooting opportunity, good save at the near post, and away by Cresswell. Stoke City are almost 3/4 of the way to earning a point here. Kuyt. Still they hold Liverpool at bay. Stoke, everybody back behind the ball. Another corner as Liverpool try to find an opening through this yellow wall. Try a different one here, working it short. Alonso. Away by Delat, only as far as Carragher, who tries to place it, but can't quite place it into the corner of the net. Gerrard, Toussaint making himself available on the far side. Gerrard, I think, looking more towards Benayoun. Oh, that's a nice turn by the Israeli. Benayoun now, still going. Benayoun for Liverpool. Oh, nearly found his way past everybody. Higginbottom with a vital interception. Alonso. Gerrard. Benayoun. Gerrard again. Torres has out the far post, and so has Andy Griffin. Great header away. Liverpool straining every sinew to try and score a goal. Stoke City laying everything on the line to deny them.
We were dominated. There's no two ways about that. But one thing we did do when they came into our half, particularly towards the edge of the box, we defended with a lot of resilience, a lot of character. And I think there was a big desire to kind of do the ugly side of the game.
Do you feel maybe that you were fortunate to get the referee's decision with the Steven Gerrard free kick in the second minute?
I've not seen it on the telly, but people tell me that it looks a little bit iffy. So to get a decision at Anfield, absolutely delighted.
Was the key moment in the match as early as the second minute with the goal that wasn't given for Steven Gerrard?
I think so. I think that for me and for all the fans here was a surprise because the referee, he told Carla that he disallowed the goal, and the position of the referee, he cannot disallow the goal. Disallow the goal is unbelievable. Anyway, you cannot use this as an excuse. It's a massive mistake, but you cannot use it as an excuse.
Missed opportunity for Liverpool, but should they be worrying about an offside or not goal to beat Stoke City at Anfield?
No, they should have beaten Stoke City because they certainly had the chances, but for me it was a goal, and and we're told Andre Mariner, as Rafa Benitez just said to Jamie Carragher at half-time, that he disallowed the goal. It was his decision, and this is it real time. It's very difficult to see from there. Now we'll show you where the referee is. He's circled. Gerrard about to take the kick. Watch our gizmo. The line comes up. Completely turn it round. There's the referee's assistant's view. We can't see anything. But if we wait a minute, I know you're pointing at it, subject. Wait a minute, if you just see it there. I think he's level. I really think he's level. But the referee's decided that is offside. Now look, you see, that changes it completely. So the referee's got to be 100% certain that he's offside, and I don't believe that he was. And you're pointing at it saying you think he was just offside, don't you?
No, not particularly.
All right.
Yeah,
Why are you pointing at the screen then?
Because I'm saying the rule says any part of a player's head, body or feet is nearer to his opponent's goal line than both the baller and the second last opponent. The arm's not included in this definition. Now, I say, but that is, we're being pedantic here.
We're splitting hairs,
yeah,
aren't
we're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is Liverpool shouldn't be worrying about a situation like that to beat Stoke at home and go to the top of the table.
Yeah, well, you're absolutely right. But the problem is, because it's 0-0, and obviously it becomes a talking point. However, you're absolutely right. And I think...
One other thing I'd like to say, Andre Mariner could help us all out by explaining a little bit more, couldn't he, why he gave the decision? And it could illuminate the debate.
Well, and half an hour after the game, he could have come out and said, I disallowed the goal because of whatever. and then we wouldn't have to have this conversation. However, the thing about Liverpool throughout that game, and I've got to give credit to Stoke because they defended very, very well, but they had lots and lots of chances, Liverpool, no doubt about it whatsoever. Some of the football was actually very, very good. They got themselves in wide areas, good balls back. That was a chance for Robbie Keane. Good movement. I think the goals will come from him. That's Torres. He looked a little bit off today. Obviously, he's been injured and stuff. And that's another free kick from Gerrard. But Stoke put bodies in the way. They were very, very good. I mean, that Court took one in the face there for his team, which was great. Again, good movement by Liverpool. Good ball in. Good defending by Griffin as well, the right back. So they should have won the game. But well done to Stoke. That's the first clean sheet. And they gambled on the fact that all the balls coming into the box, that they would deal with them. And deal with them they did.
And now the result of the August Goal of the Month competition. The winner was goal 7, scored by Stoke's Ricardo Fuller.
Olofinjana de Lawrence played through for Fuller. Fuller's beaten Larson here, and Ricardo Fuller scored for Stoke. Great ball from Liam Lawrence, lovely bit of skill from Ricardo Fuller, and what about the finish?
From Essex, and Dorian has chosen to go to a West Ham match. Action now from a North East derby. Sunderland went into the match having lost both home games played. Middlesbrough had conceded late goals to lose both away games played. The commentator's Guy Mowbray.
Home debuts for Anton Ferdinand, and second time around George McCartney in an unchanged Sunderland lineup. For Middlesbrough, a late change after Mido picked up an injury in the warm-up. So the lone striker duty goes to Afonso Alves instead. The Brazilian had been set for bench duty. Here's Johnson. Good little burst of pace. Finally his movement towards the penalty area. He's cut short by Tainio. Rash challenge from the Finn. Not exactly a fearsome, imposing wall, is it? Craig Gordon clearly feels it's enough of a barrier for Afonso Alves. Might just have a dip from here, you know. And Alves does. It was blocked by Juve. The chance still falls for Downing. And it's a good save by Craig Gordon as Middlesbrough go back to ask for handball from the free kick. This looked a terrific stop from Scotland's number 1. Reaction stuff. Ricochets back off Alves to Juve. Dickard gives it away to Elhaj Juve. Cisse ahead of him. Juve will try and do it by himself if he can. I think he was looking for the free kick. Play will go on with Malbranque. And now Cisse, the flag's up. It's a great save by Ross Turnbull anyway, but it wouldn't have counted. Another bit of play by Steve Malbranque. Spotted Cisse. Sunderland's thoughtful chairman looking straight into our camera. Downing. Lost out. Malbranque. Tainio. He's held on too long. O'Neill comes in. And Tainio thought he'd been bundled over. Play goes on. This is Adam Johnson. Alves is up there with him. And this is Afonso Alves with the chance for Borough. But it's straight at Gordon. Great break from Johnson. Poked it through at just the right time for Alves, who steadied himself and put the ball right at Craig Gordon. Murphy. Richardson. Good stop by Ross Turnbull. Might well have been a goal. Chopra asked the keeper how he kept it out. Looked like there was a significant deflection on this Richardson effort. Curling away from Turnbull. No, that didn't look like a deflection. McCartney. Whitehead's let it roll underneath his boot. Ali Adier. Alves to the left. Ali Adier is past Nosworthy and goes down. Penalty. Nyron Nosworthy can't believe it. It was never going to take much to send Jeremy Aliadier sprawling here. There are one or two bits of contact and then a stumble from Nosworthy. Another chance now in the Weir Tees derby. It's Downing, and it's over the top. He's missed another. And Sunderland can celebrate that as though they'd taken the lead themselves. It's a wild blaze, and Stuart Downing's penalty-taking duties are surely done for a while for Middlesbrough. Reid. Daryl Murphy, and he'll beat Robert Huth to this. Murphy, in goes Chopra, Turnbull pats it down and clear. Whitehead. Now McCartney. Richardson. Chopra. In on goal for Sunderland. And scores! First appearance of the season. First goal of the season. Sunderland's first home goal of the season. It's Michael Chopra. Well, Roy Keane said he was ready. He said he was sharp again. He scored for the reserves in midweek. This is a whole lot more important. And wasn't it taken well? Just one downside to the goal. There was a yellow card issued to Michael Chopra for his exuberant celebrations. You can hardly blame him. When the penalty was awarded, he must have thought his side could have had it won. Just a few minutes later, they've lost it. Huth. Extra striker now for Middlesbrough. Loses it to Nosworthy. Whitehead. Murphy. Malbronk is the man over. Murphy's gone for goal. It's come to Malbronk anyway. And Chopra! The points are Sunderland's. Goals don't come easier than that. Middlesbrough had gambled. They were outnumbered. And Malbronk kept his head to present Michael Chopra with the gift of a second goal.
I've had a good week this week. Played in the reserves, managed to get a goal. Training yesterday, I've done well in training, managed to score a hat-trick, and now I'm coming off the bench and scoring two, so things are looking bright for me at the minute.
We knew it was going to be a tough game today again. There's been a big issue made of our home form, even though that was our third game. But it was important that we got a victory in front of our own supporters, who've been brilliant as usual. And again, credit to Middlesbrough, I have to say, I take my hat off to them. They came in at the right goal. They had some good chances, only for our goalkeeper. You know, the result could have gone the other way. So, you know, it's important to praise the opposition as well.
Stuart Downing got a great show of support from the Borough fans after his miss. He seemed to appreciate that at the time.
Yeah, because they know that he's won so many matches for them and he scored so many crucial goals for us that you know, he's well in credit. So you feel for him because nobody will feel that defeat more than him.
You've been praising your manager and the way he's been supportive of you through everything this season.
Yeah, that's right. It's been fantastic. I had to go away and clear my head about things when I was suspended, and he gave me a week away from training, and thankfully I'm getting the rewards now.
Well, he seems back to his old self. I have to say, he's come back. He's got that look in the eye, you know, eye of the tiger, as I'd like to say, and we all know Chops is fox in the box, is this, yeah.
It's been reported that Michael Chopra has been having problems with gambling. Roy Keane's been supportive, and it looks like that's been the right course of action. He's getting his reward.
It's just what you need. You need your manager's support. I think Middlesbrough should have had that game won today. They had numerous chances, including a penalty miss from Downing again, but Sunderland were going nowhere until Chopra came on, because the other two, Diouf and Cisse, weren't at the races today. Chopra gave them energy and enthusiasm, scored two very good goals and won the game for them.
Well, following Team GB's outstanding performance at the Paralympics, Fulham launched the C-SPAN initiative this week, aimed at developing opportunities for disabled athletes and women in sport. Ivan Gaskell reports.
Fulham's leafy Motspur Park training ground and the Bird's Nest Olympic Stadium in Beijing are worlds apart. But thanks to the C-SPAN programme, the two were brought just a little closer together this week. It was here the Paralympic flame that will light up London 2012 was handed over.
The scheme is about bringing the partners together to deliver activities for girls and women who are underrepresented in the borough, for volunteers and for disabled people to take part in the sport.
It's a perfect example of the community model, how to run an activity within the community. It's football club being the hub, and it's linking with local partners, and then it's about providing the activities which reach the need. And you can see today the need is to involve and engage the girls, people with disabilities and volunteers, so they can go back out to the community and deliver to thousands of beneficiaries. We know that the power of football, we can engage, inspire and motivate. Together with the funding that the Premier League and the PFA have provided, last year there were 1.4 million beneficiaries across the country through community schemes.
Not only obviously looking towards 8, 9, 10 years down the line to produce top athletes and footballers and that, but just general health and well-being of kids. It's a lot of PlayStations around these days and kids stuck in front of them, and it'd be great if we could get them out and get them involved in things like this.
Fresh off the plane from Beijing, Paralympic tennis player Lucy Shuker lent a helping hand too. Lucy was a badminton player before an accident caused her to change direction 7 years ago. She's testimony to the potential of C-SPAN to help transform lives through sport.
7 years ago I had my accident, and for me at that time it was, what am I going to do with my life? I've just obviously was involved in something which completely changed the direction. And you have to start somewhere, and by starting somewhere you need the help and you need the support of the community and things that have been set up. So this is where people like us come from, and all those Olympians, they've all started somewhere.
Before our final match, a reminder, you can see highlights of the singles matches that will decide who wins the Ryder Cup on BBC 2 at 11:10 tonight, and you can follow the action as it happens on Radio 5 Live from 5 o'clock this afternoon. And there's also live coverage of the decisive singles matches in the Davis Cup tennis match between Great Britain and Austria. That's BBC 2 from 11:30 later this morning. Back to the Barclays Premier League. Hat-tricks were being considered going into the Blackburn-Fulham game. Blackburn intent on not slipping to a hat-trick of defeats. Fulham keen to establish a hat-trick of victories. The commentary is by John Roeder.
Paul Ince is calling for a big improvement in Rovers' defence. They've conceded 11 goals in 4 matches this season, 4 in each of their last 2. Blackburn's defenders face today what looks to be an excellent new strike partnership for Fulham in Johnson and Zamora. Here's Konchesky. Zamora allowed to turn. Lays it into the path of Simon Davis. Andy Johnson! Excellent save from Robinson. Johnson's speed already causing problems for Blackburn Rovers at the back. Away by Nelson, Santa Cruz. He's fouled. Stephen Warnock to take for Blackburn Rovers. Sun causing a problem for 1 or 2 players out there. Andrews! Keith Andrews close to his first Premier League goal for Blackburn Rovers. It dropped nicely for him. And it flashes just wide. Zamora beaten. No surprise for either, with 3 in blue and white around him. Bullard. Fouled again, Jimmy Bullard, and again he clutches his leg. And this will be a yellow card. Brett Emerton will be the recipient. Blackburn Rovers have brought everybody back then for the resulting free kick. Murphy with it. It's towards Zamora. Zamora trying to get in front of the defender there, and he did exactly that. Lovely afternoon in Lancashire. On by Hughes. Patterson, Santa Cruz, he's onside. Rocky Santa Cruz! Terrific save from Schwarzer, and Fulham able to get it away. Suddenly it was away, and he really did hit that with some power. What a good save from Mark Schwarzer. Zamora. Everton takes it away from Murphy. Santa Cruz immediately to his right. Options either side though. Everton going alone. Still Brett Emerton looking to place it off the post. The closest we've come to a goal so far. Brett Emerton determined that he would have some sort of opportunity to shoot there after he'd done all the hard work himself. Zamora leaves it. Johnson. Jimmy Bullard. Brett Emerton looking to curl it in, and it was just a matter of inches away from opening the scoring. Bullard. Samba gets to his feet first. Murphy robs him though. Johnson's just ahead of him. It's Andrew Johnson. Good challenge from Ryan Nelson. Such a well-timed challenge this from Ryan Nelson. Bullard. Pencils ball forward, and Andy Johnson is in behind the Blackburn defence. The save is made and cleared away to safety. Blackburn grateful to Paul Robinson, who has prevented Andy Johnson from scoring his 100th career goal in league football. Tuga spotting the run of Warnock on that far side, instead plays it to Villanueva. Lovely ball over the top, Santa Cruz, and it is the opening goal, and it has come very, very late indeed, and Matt Derbyshire has got it. Just over 5 minutes remaining at Ewood Park. Lovely ball forward, a knockdown from Santa Cruz, and Derbyshire was in exactly the right position. Simpson gets away from Davis's challenge. Johnson tracking back. That's well played from Danny Simpson, off Konchesky for a corner kick. A minute left of the 90 plus stoppage time. Emerton. Villanueva. Away from Murphy, looking to curl it in. That was certainly close from the Chilean. Just the wrong side of the post.
It's always nice to get your first home win. But after the last 2 weeks where we've conceded goals, 8 I think in the last 2 games, it was important that you know a clean sheet was very important for the team and for the spirit. And I think when you've got the likes of Rocky and Villanueva, Matt Derbyshire, you're always going to get a chance to score goals. But you know, if you're conceding goals 3 or 4, you know, it doesn't matter how many goals you score.
Today we kept a clean sheet, which is very good, and all the the defenders are not, well, the team is happy, and it's good that we got the 3 points as well.
Paul did a fantastic job at Inter when I was manager there, so it's nice to meet up with him again. Nice to see him doing well, and I wish him well in his Premiership career. But he certainly started well, 7 points from 4 games. He's going to be very satisfied with that. And we've now got to pick ourselves up off the floor and try and make certain we can keep what was been a reasonable start to the season going for us as well.
A much-needed home win and a clean sheet for Blackburn. There's the Barclays Premier League table. Arsenal lead the way for the first time since March, a point ahead of Liverpool. Chelsea will return to the top if they beat Manchester United. Victory at Stamford Bridge would also give them a 9-point lead over the champions. West Ham up to 4th after maintaining their 100% record at Upton Park. Sunderland and Blackburn moving into the top half too. And the bottom, Tottenham, the only side without a win. They'll look to put that right against Wigan. Newcastle dropped to 19th, the result of that defeat to the Hammers. Stoke, the only side in the bottom half to avoid defeat, but remain in the bottom 3 on goal difference. And that's it. Thanks to the 2 Jessies, this new season is starting to take shape, but it's bye for now.